In a quiet village lived a poor but hard-working man named Remat Ali. Though he had very little in terms of wealth, he was rich in character. He worked as a daily laborer, carrying bricks, digging soil, and doing any honest work he could find. His hands were rough, his clothes worn out, but his eyes shone with confidence and his words always held truth. Every morning he would leave for the city to earn a few rupees, and every evening he returned home tired but content. He never begged, never borrowed, and most importantly, never compromised his self-respect. One day a wealthy landlord from the village called him and made an offer. If you testify falsely against my rival in court, I will give you 10,000 rupees. Ramat Ali stood still, surprised. 10,000 rupees could solve many of his problems. His roof leaked, his children needed clothes, and his wife cooked with barely any oil. But he calmly replied, "Sir, I may be poor, but I am not for sale. My words carry truth, not a price tag." The landlord laughed mockingly. "What will your honesty give you? A stomach full of pride." Ramat Ali looked him in the eye and said, "Maybe, but I'd rather sleep with a hungry stomach than with a guilty soul. Money comes and goes, but self-respect stays with you forever." He walked away without taking a single rupee. Later that week, the news of his integrity spread throughout the area. A construction company in the city heard about his honesty and offered him a stable job with a decent salary. Slowly, his life began to change, not just financially, but also in the way people respected him. He had no need to bend for anyone. His self-respect became his identity. Moral of the story: self-respect is the foundation of true dignity. Even when life tests you with poverty or pressure, never sell your principles. The world may forget your success, but it will always remember your character. Months passed, and Ramat Ali settled into his new job at the construction company. His days were still full of hard work, but now there was a sense of security and respect. He was punctual, honest, and never cut corners, qualities that quickly caught the attention of the site supervisor. One day, the company owner visited the site for inspection. Watching Ramat work with such dedication, he asked the supervisor, "Who is this man? He works like he owns the place." The supervisor smiled and replied, "That's Ramat Ali, the man who refused to lie in court for money. He has more integrity than anyone I've seen." Impressed, the owner offered Ramat a new role as a site supervisor with better pay and fewer physical duties. Ramat hesitated at first. He was used to labor, not leadership, but he accepted the challenge. Now he wasn't just working for his own survival. He was guiding others, helping junior workers, and ensuring fair treatment for all. Many laborers respected him, not just as a leader, but as a man of principle. One evening, as he sat with his wife and children, he looked around at the improved condition of their home. Solid roof, proper food, clean clothes. Tears welled up in his eyes, not because he had achieved comfort, but because he had done it without ever compromising his self-respect. Message of the story, Part 2. Respect earned through honesty lasts longer than success gained through shortcuts. When you protect your self-respect, life finds a way to honor you in return. Years passed, and Ramat Ali's life had completely transformed, but not through luck, inheritance, or shortcuts. It was the result of unshaken dignity, honesty, and self-respect. He had now become a respected manager at the construction firm, overseeing not just one site, but multiple projects. People from all walks of life, laborers, engineers, even clients admired him. Yet Ramat Ali remained as humble as he was on his first day as a laborer. He never forgot where he came from. A test greater than money. One day, a government officer offered him a bribe to approve faulty materials for a government project. The deal was tempting. He would get lakhs of rupees without anyone knowing. But Ramat Ali calmly said, "I've lived a life where I had no roof and little food, but I never let my dignity fall. I won't start now." He rejected the offer and reported the official. This action earned him not just appreciation, but also national recognition. His story was printed in newspapers and told in seminars as an example of real integrity. A man who inspired generations. As Ramat Ali grew older, his children completed their education and became successful in their fields. But more than degrees and titles, they carried the values their father lived by. One day, a journalist asked him, What is the secret of your success, despite such a difficult beginning? Ramat Ali smiled and said, success is not how much you earn. It's how much you keep your head high when life tries to push you down. That is the dignity of self-respect. He then started a small foundation to support honest but poor workers, giving them education, training, and guidance, so they could rise with their heads held high, just as he did. Final message. Money can be stolen, power can fade, but the dignity of self-respect lives on, even after you're gone. Ramat Ali didn't just build buildings. He built a legacy based on honor, truth, and self-worth.